Hey everybody, welcome back to BigRedEDC. Well guys, we get to take a look at a few more prototypes. Now these prototypes, as you can tell, are fixed blades, and they come to us from SRK knives, or self-reliant knives. That's what SRK stands for. Mr. Cliff out of Arizona. He's been making knives and selling to the community, but he wants, ones and twos, but he wants to start out on a larger scale. He's building his LLC. He's, getting his production down, and he would like to produce, well, basically the two models you see in front of you in a more numerous fashion. We'll just say that. He wants to grow his business, which that is absolutely understandable. I'm super pumped that I get the opportunity to check this out. Alex LeBlanc, he was on Instagram. He was the one that kind of approached me and asked me, "Hey, would you want to take a look at a couple of these knives?" Now they've been to Jake Bearded Gears, had them. D2M Knives and Gear has had them. You may have seen them on their channel, and I'm really honored that they asked me if I'd want to take a look at them and kind of help get the word out there. So absolutely. So what do we have in front of us right now? Well, we have a couple of different size of knives. These are the two that he really wants to start out producing, as I said, on a more numerous quantity. You have the larger LeBlanc, and then you have the smaller one, which is yet to be named. As far as I know, it still does not have a name as of yet. He's hoping to have these available in, he said, roughly about 3 months from now. So, towards middle end of summer time frame is kind of what he's looking at. Like I said, he's trying to get his LLC built, and he's getting, he's doing a lot of stuff all at one time. So, but that's kind of what he's shooting for. Now you can see they both come with Kydex sheaths. Now, from what he said, they're going to come with the Kydex sheath, and they're going to come with either soft loops, as you can see here, or they're going to come, and a tech lock. So that's really cool. The one thing he said is they are designed to do left, right, horizontal, vertical, scout, put it on your backpack, however you want to carry it. He wants to make it available to you, make that option available. So now, a couple of things on these. They have pretty darn good retention, but the one thing I did note is both of them kind of have some rattle, okay? This one's got a decent amount of rattle. And when I asked that, he's like, yeah, I had some issues with making the Kydex, but Alex told me that Cliff has bought new equipment to better form the Kydex and build the Kydex. So that's awesome. He's trying to, he wants to put out a good product. And that's pretty obvious in just talking with him, man. Cliff, I had the opportunity to, talk to him on Instagram, and he just seems like a really, really cool guy. But I tell you what, let's put this one, no, I'm going to tell you this because it counts on both of them. Both of the models are going to be LC200N when they're produced, probably, he said, with a satin finish. And he's going to be shooting for an HRC of right around 60. That's his goal. Also, they're going to be full tang, but the tangs will be skeletonized. So they're going to be a little bit lighter than what we have here. And let's see. Check my notes here real quick. Now, I know one of the things they said, they gave me some color options for the LeBlanc. We'll just go ahead and talk about this one now. The LeBlanc, that is the larger of the two. But as you can see there, you've got the Kydex sheath. It does have a soft loop. Oh, and they also said he went with a different brand of soft loops. So I guess they look a little better, look a little cleaner. And he's trying to put out the best product that he can. Now, like I said, this has got pretty good retention on it already. But apparently it had to be heated up more than once, and that's kind of how you got the rattle and stuff in it. So he's taking measures to correct that for sure. Now, the thing about these models is I didn't do a whole lot of, I was going to do, you know, some like cutting and all that stuff, get some of that footage in there, but I changed my mind because these are actually 01 and LC200N, different steel, different performance. I didn't really want to put any kind of false ideas in anybody's head. So that's why I didn't go that route. So sorry, that was just kind of a decision I made as far as my review goes. So this is how we're going to talk about it. Now, like I said, this is the LeBlanc. As you can see there, you've got black G10, red liners. On the LeBlanc, the color combos are going to be, he says, black micarta with blue G10 liners, OD green micarta with black G10 liners, red chili red chili. Red chili micarta with black G10 liners. And then he said after the first batch gets out there, he might be able to do other colors as well. So that's just kind of an opener of the colors he's going to have available. So let's see. What do we got as far as overall length? You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, you're looking at about 7.5 inches on the LeBlanc. Blade width is sitting about an inch. Handle length or your grip length is going to be, I'll give it 3. It's almost 4. You'll be coming off the end there, but it's almost 4. And then, of course, if that's the case, you're going to have right about a 3.5 inch blade with a cutting edge of about 3 1/4 because you do have a really nice choil there. Now, as you can see, these guys have kind of been through the mill, and so to speak. I'm sure Jake probably did a whole bunch of stuff with these. Like I said, I decided not to do any kind of cutting and that stuff in my review because, well, the steel is going to be different. So I didn't go that route. You've got the dual screw construction there. And like I said, they are full tang. These are full handles. The production models are going to be skeletonized. That's the word I'm looking for. You do have some jimping across the top. Guys, this is for me, this is a perfect size EDC knife. Both of them are really. This one's a little bit heavier duty, and you'll see that when I show it. But man, oh, that feels so good in hand. Perfect EDC fixed blade size. That 7 to 7.5 inch. Yeah. I get much bigger than that, and yeah, around here, not so much. Crazy looks, crazy people. There you go, SRK right there. I'm digging this. I'm really digging this, the way this knife feels. Yeah, I used them out I worked in the week, worked out in the yard all weekend. We did put a couple of patio chairs together, so I was cutting cardboard, cutting rope, tying stuff back, and yeah, it worked fine. But there again, this is 01 tool steel, and the production models are going to be LC200N, so that's why I didn't really go that route. Now, again, I said this one, it's a little bit smaller. This one still does not have a name. So when that'll happen, I'm not sure. But man, that sheath has got really good retention. That was the other thing, as you can see, it's kind of starting to crack there. That was another in the building process that they assure me will be fixed in the production with the new equipment on the production models for sure. But again, soft loops, tech lock. I mean, even this, you got paracord. You could hang this one as a neck knife because it's not really heavy at all. But again, man, this is a good size. Now this one has a coated blade. It does not have any jimping. They really didn't say anything about coated blades. Basically, Cliff just said satin. So, this one is coated though. So you'll just kind of have to keep your eyes open and see what the final production really is. Now this one's got that kind of OD green and orange G10, which is really popular right now. It's a pretty cool color combination. That's it. Guess I'm trying to talk too fast. There again, dual screw construction. Wow, if I could talk at all. Now this one doesn't really have a choil. Maybe could benefit from one. As you can see there, a little bit of a smile. So, you know, maybe it could benefit from a choil. This one does not have jimping either. It's not bad. It is a little bit narrower on the, well, is it really though? It kind of feels that way. Let's see. No, it's really not. So the jimping feels really good on this one. You know, you can kind of get up there on the LeBlanc, excuse me. This one is the one that doesn't have a name yet. But it's a really, really good size. I like it. What do we got on this one? I'll just kind of leave the LeBlanc up there so you can kind of get an idea. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So yeah, this is just over 7. So the LeBlanc is 7.5. This one is, the smaller one is just over 7. So you're looking like a 4, and we'll call it 3 1/4-ish on the blade. Again, your grip length is pretty much going to be the full handle. You're running at about 4 inches. So really, you pretty much gain in blade. You know, that's where you're gaining with the LeBlanc over the smaller one. Both of them really good size though. If I would say anything about either one of these knives, obviously, you know, I did mention to Cliff or was it Cliff or was it Alex? I mentioned to one of them about the rattle. It was Alex, about the rattle in the, and he says that's going to be taken care of. Maybe a choil on the smaller one. That would maybe be about my only suggestion in it all if I were to make one. I really, really like the size of the LeBlanc. Let's see, what's the handle width on these? Try to give you as much information as possible on these guys. I really like the black and red combo. 0.48 on the handle for the LeBlanc. Let's see, what do we got here? About the same, 0.467 is what I'm getting on that one. So just under a 1/2 inch. Obviously, you can see the blade, the height of the blade is a little bit. Let's get some weights too. So LeBlanc, I hope I'm saying that right. 3.2, not bad at all. The smaller guy, I'm just going to call that one the smaller guy for now, the green one. 2.7, so not bad at all. And they're going to be even lighter, as I said, with the skeletonized handles. So if you're worried about weight, doesn't sound like that's going to be much of an issue, honestly. So yeah, let's see. Well, you know, I think that's pretty much all the information that I have on them, other than to say I'm liking the size. I'm liking both of them, you know, work really well for that EDC task in my eyes. Again, do I EDC a fixed blade? Not a lot. Every once in a while, when I'm working here at home, I do sometimes for sure. Out into town, scout carry, yeah. This is about as big as I go as far as EDC knives, because they're pretty much perfect size for that. So, you know what? I'm going to leave links down in the description to SRK knives, Self-Reliant knives, Cliff's Instagram. If you have questions, I'm sure he'd be willing to answer them. If you don't want to ask him, you can ask me in the comments, and I can find out for you, you know, and reply to your comment. Be more than happy to. As I said, I'm just really, really excited and stoked that, you know, Cliff and Alex gave me the opportunity to check these two out. It's really, really cool. I love seeing prototypes. You know, you guys know we worked with Adrian from Damn Design and David from Blade Banner on the Solaris. And we just got done taking a look, well, we're in the process of taking a look at some artisan prototypes. It's just really, really cool to get that opportunity, you know. Just pretty awesome. But thanks a lot, guys. Greatly appreciate it. Thanks again to Cliff. Thank you, Alex, for the opportunity to check out the LeBlanc and the knife to be named later, we shall call it. But thanks a lot, guys. As always, like, subscribe, leave me that comment. You know I love talking to you. Till next time, guys. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye-bye.